Would you like to learn how to work with your relationships yogically? I found over the years that doing meditations, certain yoga postures, and breath work can really make you a much more effective partner in all your relationships. Miss on top. Miss on top of your relationship. Now, what does this mean? They phrase it different ways. There used to be a very popular book called Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus. You remember that? Well, actually, we're actually both from Mars and we're also both from Venus. And that is the dance of polarities that's so important in any relationship. To realize that at any moment in a relationship, your polarity may be asserting itself in one way or the other. The Mars masculine way or Venus feminine receptive way. And we're really about working with the polarities in our lives yogically. In fact, yoga is almost about resolving the polarities in our lives, like the male-female energy, the seemingly pair of opposites that we're all dealing with. So we realize that when we're in any relationship, there's going to be a play of polarities between us and our partner. And our job is to not get hung up or fixed or frozen in a particular polarity. We always have to be Mars, we always have to be Venus. Why not be both? Sometimes it's a situation that we allow the other person, we allow the partner in our life to have that experience of being in that other polarity. So this is one way we can work with our relationships yogically, is to first of all learn to resolve polarities. It's the dance of polarities, and how do we do this? Well, yogically and also astrologically, they say that the planet that is indicative of our relationship dynamics is Venus, the planet of love, the planet of relationships. So one way we can approach this idea of polarity, so the Venus polarity, the Mars polarity, is to first of all experience what it's like to be healthy and balanced in that Venus polarity. And the way we do that in yoga is with a mudra, with a certain hand position that works with that Venus energy to bring it into balance. Maybe you have an abundance of sexual energy or passion. Maybe you have no sexual energy or passion. Maybe you're always having to feel resentful that you have to be the one initiating an encounter. Maybe you feel like that you should be the one that just receives. In reality, a relationship is a dance of polarities, and it's also realizing that in this polarity dance, it's not just 50-50. In fact, in most dances, you do better with your partner if it's 60-40. That means everybody does 60, right? And when everyone does 60, then the relationship is handled and managed. And it doesn't really matter in some ways who's doing what, because in so much you're both accommodating, compensating, allowing, and supporting your partner to be in the energy they need to be in that moment in time, the dance that you're doing together. So I think as we move through life, as we move through our practices, as we move through our spiritual journey, part of the challenge we have is to maintain this flexibility, this adaptability, to allow these beautiful polarities that we both have, both that energy of positive, receptive, assertive, receiving, all these energies we both have, to allow them to dance, to play, and to be willing to change partners in that way within yourself and experience your Venus and your Mars. So to help you with your relationships, the best thing to do is to work with the energy of Venus. Venus is the planet of love and relationships. So what we're going to be doing is working with the mudra for the planet Venus and for the energy of Venus in your life. And the male polarity is typically to have the left little finger on the bottom. The female polarities have the right little finger on the bottom as you cross over. So what we're doing is just playing with experiencing the different energies of the masculine and feminine polarities with using this Venus mudra in these two fashions. So we'll begin by having one polarity with the left little finger on the bottom and the thumbs crossed side by side, and you hold this position for 30 seconds to a minute. After that time, switch. Bring the other little finger on the bottom, switch over. Try that position again for 30 seconds to a minute. What this is doing is basically allowing you to switch back and forth between activating the male polarity and the female polarity. Continue the process of alternating between the two mudra positions for 3 to 11 minutes, and notice what you're feeling energetically and psychologically as you work with these two polarities in your life, the masculine and the feminine energies. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Now inhale, please. Just raise your arms up, stretch up, reach up, stretch, 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 nice and tall. And as you exhale, let the hands float down and relax.